Today I'm going to share with you how to cover a design on a tote bag. We often get tote bags as freebies at events, etc. Now I don't know about you, but I don't particularly like going around advertising for somebody even if I love the organisation. So I'm using freezer paper and a plate as my template to create a base pattern for an applique design. So I decided I'd start with a circle of linen. So this is freezer paper, this is linen that's got some ironed on interfacing on the back of it, and I'm ironing I'm ironing the freezer paper on so that I can use that as a template for pressing in the edges of the circle and getting a nice circular shape. So I'm just cutting a seam allowance here, which is about 1/2 centimetre, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to use a hot iron and press those edges into the paper. So you're just going to work your way all the way around the circle. Some people like to use spray starch just to get that crease a little bit firmer if you like. So once you've got your nice circle, we're going to peel off the freezer paper and place it onto the tote bag and just pin in place. So as you can see, that covers the logo very nicely. Next up, I've been playing with some Japanese fabrics that I got from a Japanese shop. I've got a variety of rectangles of different patterned and different coloured cottons, and I've just played with these so I find a design I'm pleased with. I find pleasing, to be honest. So this first piece is going to go down, and I'm going to tuck it under the base applique circle. So I'm going to trim around there and then tuck it under that curved edge. And that will be my first piece prepped. So this is the fun part, sort of playing with different fabrics, shapes, etc. Cotton fabric is the easiest to work with. You can work with any fabric, of course, but I do recommend a woven fabric rather than a knit fabric. And if you have slippery fabric, then spray starch is a particularly good idea. Obviously cotton presses very well and holds the creased line very neatly. Whereas a slippery fabric, the spray starch would really benefit you. So that's the first shape down, and I'm just going to gradually build my shapes up. Until I'm happy with the overall look. So this time I'm not using freezer paper, this fabric's got a print on it, and I can use the design to help me get a straight edge. I'm going to add one circle to my design, which reflects back the base circle in a slightly brighter colour. The same process, I've cut out the circle in freezer paper, ironed it with the shiny side facing the back of the fabric. So basically I'm just building up different fabrics, having a play and seeing what I like the look of. Once I've got my design complete, I'm going to replace the pins with what I was taught as tacking stitches as a child. You're probably more familiar with the term basting stitches. So basically big running stitches, which will just hold those pieces in place before you hand stitch the applique down. It stops it moving around quite as much. And one of the other things you might like to do is to use a ruler a quilter's ruler to think about any right angles and whether they really are right angles. And I do a lot by eye, but I also do quite like to check with a ruler now and then, just to make sure my lines are parallel and straight. So now it's all basted into place. We're going to hand stitch. So you're going to bring your needle up on the fold, the crease of your fabric, and then go down directly opposite into the fabric, and then slide along at the back, then back up along the crease of the fold. So these are very small, almost invisible stitches. And you're just going to work your way around the entire applique design. Remove your basting stitches. I've added a simple running stitch around the base circle in embroidery floss when I finish this step, just to add a bit more detail to the overall finished tote bag. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click subscribe and like for further videos. Thank you. Bye bye.